Imagine walking into a world where time itself is a symbol of status. In one hand, a watch worth a few dollars. In the other, a Rolex worth more than a car. Both tick. Both count the same seconds. Yet one turns heads while the other goes unnoticed. So what makes one worth a fortune, and the other almost nothing? Let's find out. Picture the scene. A boutique bathed in golden light. Glass counters polished to perfection. The Rolex crown glimmering like royalty. Every surface whispers luxury. Each watch seems alive, not just telling time but carrying history the weight of decades. The stories of explorers, divers, and leaders who wore them. Now, shift to the other side of the city. A small shop or online listing. Bright and crowded, filled with watches you can buy for the price of lunch. They look fine, they work fine. And for many people they're perfect. After all, they show the same minutes and hours. But somehow, they don't feel the same. The difference begins long before the watch reaches your wrist. Deep inside a Rolex factory, artisans craft every detail by hand. You see sparks fly as steel meets diamond tools, polishing to microscopic precision. Engineers test water resistance, pressure, and temperature. It's a dance between human skill and technology, a ritual of perfection. Each watch takes months to complete not because it must, but because it's tradition. In contrast, the cheap watch is born fast. Machines stamp parts by the hundreds. Everything moves at industrial speed. Efficiency replaces craftsmanship. It's not wrong, it's simply built for purpose. These watches are the silent soldiers of practicality, made to keep time, not to make statements. But humans don't just buy timepieces, we buy meaning. When someone wears a Rolex, it isn't just metal and glass. It's identity. It's achievement. It's a quiet whisper that says, "I've made it." The watch becomes part of their story. For others, that same watch might look unnecessary, even absurd. Why spend so much when a $10 watch does the same job? And that's where the story gets interesting, because the answer isn't about time at all. It's about emotion, craftsmanship, and the value we give to experience. Think about how you feel when you hold something well made. The weight, the texture, the confidence it gives. Rolex builds that feeling into every second of its existence. It's not about showing off, it's about believing in excellence. Now imagine two people. One wears a Rolex, the other a cheap digital watch. Both step into a room. No one says a word. Yet perceptions shift. The Rolex carries a subtle authority, not because of what it does, but what it represents. That's the invisible power of brand, design, and legacy combined. Yet, the cheap watch has its own magic. It's accessible, humble, and honest. It doesn't pretend to be more than it is. It simply keeps you punctual. And maybe that's a different kind of success, freedom from comparison. Let's test them. Submerge both watches underwater. The cheap one works fine for a while, maybe days. The Rolex dives hundreds of meters deep, shrugging off pressure like it's nothing. Place them under sunlight for years. The cheap one fades. The Rolex ages with character, its scratches becoming memories. Time doesn't wear it down, it becomes part of it. Rolex doesn't sell watches, it sells permanence. In a disposable world, it promises something that lasts. When you buy one, you're buying a future heirloom. Something your grandchildren might one day wear, still ticking, still proud. But here's the truth that few admit: both watches measure the same seconds of your life. Whether you spend them chasing luxury or living simply, time moves at the same speed. What changes is what it means to you. For some, value is measured in precision, heritage, and craftsmanship. For others, it's practicality, accessibility, and freedom from the need to impress. There's no right answer, just different perspectives on what matters. Luxury exists because humans crave stories, the story of mastery, endurance, and excellence. Cheap watches exist because we also crave simplicity, a story of getting things done. Both serve us, just in different ways. So the next time you glance at your wrist, ask yourself, what are you really wearing? A tool to tell time? Or a symbol that tells your story? In the end, the Rolex and the cheap watch aren't rivals, they're reflections. One shows how far we can go in pursuit of perfection. The other reminds us that simplicity can be powerful too. Time doesn't care what's on your wrist. It just moves. What matters is how you use it and what story your seconds will tell.